Back with it. Now tuned back in with DIY Ty. Today we have episode 5 of this amazing living room transformation. Today we're going to be starting the foundation of this DIY floating booth, giving off those brunch vibes. So let's jump into it. I started off by clearing the space so I can have room to set the foundation for this build. I started off with some 2x4x8s. That way we're using it as the length. And then for the width, I use another 2x4x8, but this one is cut in half. So that way it's a 2x4x4. Well, what does this mean, you may ask? No worries, let me show you. I created this sketch for my visual learners out there. For starters, we have a total of 5 2x4x8s. Those first two 2x4x8s we're going to use as the length, which you can see is highlighted in red, one at the top, one at the bottom. Those last 3 2x4x8s, we're going to cut all 3 of them in half to create a 2x4x4. This is highlighted in green. As you can see, we're using it as the width, and they're spaced out about 19 inches apart, making sure the platform is safe, secure, and strong. You may ask, why didn't I just buy a 2x4x4? And it's one of two reasons. Either they didn't have any in the store, or it was cheaper just to buy a 2x4x8 and to cut them in half. Here I'm using this corner square to make sure that the angle is exactly at 90 degrees. Here you can see how I used it. I just placed it on the length and the width of the wood, placed it down, make sure it's flush on the side and the top, and then we're going to go ahead and secure it with 2 screws. I used some 10 by 2.5 screws, decking screws at that. You can choose whatever screws that works for you. I just chose some that just went right with me. So we're going to go back to this corner square, hit that corner, make sure it's 90 degrees and flush. We're going to drill 2 screws to secure it, one at the top and one at the bottom. Then we're going to repeat that process for the next 2 angles. Here I'm just bringing in this 2x4x4s inside, making sure that they're all even. The original measurement was 19.2, but I used 19 just to round it off. Everything was still safe and sturdy for me, and this is what it looks like from there. So far, so good, right? Easy peasy. Stay with me now. So here I'm just marking the inside of each piece, so that way I won't forget if they move or anything that happens while I'm drilling the screws in. So again, I'm doing the same thing as just drilling the screws inside of each piece. I'm doing one at the top, one at the bottom. If you're a little skeptical about this, you can do one at the top, one at the middle, and one at the bottom just for extra security purposes. Well, I'm talking like that. Whatever the case may be. I will add a side note. As you can see, I'm just drilling the screw right inside of the wood. For those who are scared that the wood may split, I would recommend to drill a hole first and then put the screw inside of it. Luckily, I didn't have that issue with the wood splitting, so I was able to just drill the hole inside of the wood. And this is just what it looks like so far. This is day 1 of me building my platform, and just stay tuned for the next part. It's going to be dope. You don't want to miss it. Thank you for tuning into this video, and I'll see y'all again next time.